Hi students, good morning to all. Hope you all are staying safe at home by the God's grace. Today we are going to learn miscellaneous practice problems in exercise 1.6. Here we are going to see the different statement types problem related to the fundamental operation, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of integers, right? Yes, let's start. First, we are going to see the question number 1. Question number 1 goes in this way. What should be added to minus 1 to get 10? Okay. Now the question is that what number should be added to minus 1? Therefore, the answer becomes 10. Okay. Solution. We don't know what number should be added. So, let the number be x. We'll take the number as x, which is nothing but the unknown, which we have to find. So from the question, we got a clue that minus 1 plus x is equal to 10. Clear? Okay. So have the unknown at the left hand side. Take this minus to the right hand side. So minus 1, when you take it to the right hand side, you will be getting it as plus 10. Therefore, x is equal to 11 because 10 plus 1 is 11. Now, thus we can conclude that 11 should be the number added to minus 1 to get 10. So, if you add 11 here, minus 1 plus 11 is equal to different sign, subtract 11 and 1, we will be getting 10, and the biggest number sign is also plus. So, now you are clear that 11 should be the number added to minus 1 to get 10. Clear? Next, we'll move on to the second question. Second question goes in this way. Minus 70 plus 20 is equal to, box is nothing but unknown, minus 10. Solution. Minus 70 plus 20 is equal to unknown minus 10. We have to find the answer here. We'll have it as x. Okay, we'll have it as x. Okay, so both the signs are different. So we have to subtract. 70 minus 20 is 50 and the biggest number sign is minus. So minus 50 is equal to, this is nothing but x, x minus 10. So now take this minus 10 to the other side. When you take minus 10 to the other side, it becomes plus 10. So minus 50 plus 10 is equal to the unknown which we have to find. So both the signs are different. When both the signs are different, we know that we have to subtract. 50 minus 10 is 40 and the biggest number sign is minus. So therefore, this box which we called it as unknown is equal to minus 40. This implies minus 70 plus 20 is equal to minus 40 minus 10. Instead of this box, I have mentioned minus 40 because minus 40 is the answer which we found. Okay. So now minus 40 minus 10. Here minus 70 plus 20 is minus 50 and minus 40 minus 10. Both the signs are same. Add it and put the biggest number sign. So added 50, bigger number sign is minus. Clear? Now both the sides are equal. Then we can sure that the answer of x, that is the box unknown, is equal to minus 40. Clear? Now we'll move on to the third question. Third question goes in this way. Subtract 94,860 from minus 86,945. You should be clear while subtracting. We have to take the number first which is given as from. So from minus 86,945 should be the first number. From that you have to subtract 94,860. So in solution, as a mathematical statement, I have written minus 86,945, subtraction symbol minus 94,860. If both the signs are equal, we have to add. So when you add 5 plus 0, 5, 4 plus 6, 10, remainder 1, 9 plus 1, 10, 10 plus 8, 18, 8, remainder 1, 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 4, 11. So 1 here, 1 is at a carry. So 8 plus 1, 9, 9 plus 9, 18. So now we got the total as 1,81,805. So now the answer is 1,81,805 and the biggest number sign, which is said to be the biggest number, 94,860. So minus has been taken here again. Now we got the solution. Clear? Next we'll move on to the fourth question. Fourth question goes in this way. Find the value of minus 25 plus 60 plus minus 95 plus minus 385. So now they are asking us to find the value of the given mathematical expression. Okay, solution: minus 25 as it is, plus 60 as it is, plus minus 95 plus minus 385. I have already explained in all the question which we seen in the previous classes. If any of the two symbols are together with the bracket, this bracket represent the product, that is multiplication. So what we have to do is, we have to, as we know the multiplication of integers, sign operation plus into minus is minus. So instead of plus into minus, we have converted and written it as minus 95. The same way here, plus into minus minus, so we have written here it as minus 385. When you have different signs with n number of mathematical numbers, what we have to do is, we have to check how many numbers has the same sign. So 1, 2, 3. So take all these 3 numbers. If the signs are same, just add it first. Clear, students? When you have the same sign numbers in the mathematical expression, first add those like terms, okay, which you have learned already. Okay, like term is nothing but the terms which have the same sign. So now we are going to add 25, 95 and 385. So 385, 95, 25, 5, 5 plus 5, 15. Remainder 1. 8 plus 1, 9, 9 plus 9, 18, 18 plus 2, 20, remainder 2. 3 plus 2, 5. Now from this we know that the biggest sign is, biggest number sign is minus, so minus 505. So for this I have written minus 505 and the remaining number is plus 60, so I have taken it. Now both the signs are different, so what we have to do is just subtract. Okay, 505 subtracted by 60. Okay, so 5 minus 0, 5. Here we borrow 10 minus 6 is 4 and becomes 4, so 4. Now we got 445 and the biggest number sign is minus, so minus 445. Clear? Next we'll move on to the fifth question. Find the sum of minus 9999, minus 2001 and minus 5999. Now the question is very clear that we have to find the sum of the numbers given here. Sum is nothing but addition. So we have to add this number with this and this. So now we are going to write it as a mathematical statement of addition. So solution: minus 9999 plus minus 2001 plus minus 5999. Already we have seen that, we know that if both the signs are there with the connection of bracket, we have to use multiplication of integer. So plus into minus is minus and plus into minus is minus. So minus 9999 minus 2001 minus 5999. Previous problem we seen that if the signs are same, that is if it is like terms, we can add it. Okay, so now I am going to add 2001 with 5999. 1 plus 9, remainder 0, 1. 1 plus 9, 10 plus 1. Okay, 9 plus 1, 10. Again and remainder 1. 2 plus 5, 7. 7 plus 1, 8. Again we have minus 909,999. So add it, we are getting 9, 9, 9 and 8 plus 9, 17. Now we got the answer is 17,999, and when we check the biggest number sign, it is minus, so minus 17,999. Clear? Good. Now sixth question. Sixth question goes in this way. Find the product of minus 30 into minus 70 into 15. Clear? So we have to multiply all these numbers. Okay. Solution: minus 30 into minus 70 into 15. Okay. So now go with the sign operation: minus into minus, plus, plus into plus, again plus. Clear? So now I am going to multiply the number. Here we will be using simplification, which terms seems to be very simple in multiplication. Multiply it first. So 30, 70. Okay, in tens they are. So what we can do is have if zeros are there, Leave that and multiply only the numbers. 3 into 7 is 21 and 2 zeros have as it is. Clear? Again we have 15. So 2100 into 15. Okay, now leave these two zeros. We'll have it directly in the answer. Now we are going to multiply 25 into 15. 1 5 is 5, 2 5s are 10, 1 5 is 5, 1 2 is 2. 5, 1 and 3. So in question we have two zeros added at the last. So now the answer is plus 31,500. Clear? Good. Seventh question. Divide minus 72 by 8. Normal division, you know that, but this is an integer. Solution. Minus 72 by, if 8 is alone, we can put it as plus. We know that if a number is alone, it means that plus is there. Okay. So minus, we know the division of integers operation. If both the signs in the numerator and the denominator are different, then we have to have it in the answer as minus. So in 8 table, 72 comes for 9 times. So 9 is the answer. So it is minus 9. Shall we move on to the 8th question? Yes. Find two points of integers, find two pairs of integers whose product is plus 15. Clear? So solution. So what the question says is, we are going to find the pair of numbers. When you multiply those two numbers, you want to get the answer as 15. Clear? So what are the numbers we can multiply together to get 15, that too plus 15? We can go with the first table. In one table, we know that 1 into 15 will give you 15. You can go with two table. Do we have 15 in two table? No, but we have in three table 15. So whatever tables, when you multiply two numbers and if you get the answer as plus 15, you can take it off. Fine. So for easy, we have taken 1 and 15. So plus 1 into plus 15 will gives you plus 15. And one more way, the same thing you can write, minus 1 into minus 15. Okay. So 1 into 15 is 15. If both the signs are equal, we know that it is plus in multiplication of integer. So we are using here multiplication of integer. So now I took the two pairs as plus 1 and plus 15, minus 1 and minus 15. You can go with different pairs which you can try it later. Fine. Next we will move on to the ninth question. Ninth question, check the following for equality. Equality is nothing but we are going to say whether the given two statements are equal or not. Clear? So first question of the ninth one goes like this way. 11 plus 7 plus 10 and 11 plus 7 plus 10. Okay. First two terms are inside the bracket and the other one is single. Next, first term is alone and the next two terms are inside the bracket. Now solution part, I am going to prove both the statement together. So 11 plus 7 plus 10. So always we know by the BODMAS rule, we will be doing first the operation which is inside the bracket. So 11 plus 7 is 18 plus 10. 18 plus 10 is 28. The same way 11 as it is, 7 plus 10 is 17. 11 plus 17 is 28. When we check the answer of both the mathematical expression, we can see that both the numbers are equal. Thus, they are equal. Clear? Second subdivision, 8 minus 13 into 7 and 8 minus 13 into 7. Clear? So, these are the two mathematical expression solution. 8 minus 13 into 7 is equal to 8 minus 13. So, if no symbol is in front of any of the number integer, it means that plus. Okay. So, both the signs are different, therefore, we have to subtract. When we subtract 13 and 8, we will be getting 5. The biggest number sign is minus. So, minus 5 into plus 7. Clear? So, different signs. So, multiplication of integer, minus into plus is minus and 5 into 7 is 35. The same way 8 as it is 13 into 7. So, when you multiply 13 into 7, 7 3s are 21, remainder 2, 1 7 is 7 plus 2 9. So, the sign is minus here. So, plus 8 minus 91, both the signs are different. When you subtract, it will be 91 minus 8, it is 83. So, the answer is minus 83 since the biggest number sign is minus. When we check both the answers, we are clear that both the answers are different. Okay. Thus, they are not equal since minus 35 is not equal to minus 83. Clear? Next, we'll move on to the third subdivision. Bracket, square bracket into parenthesis minus 6 minus plus 8, close the bracket, into minus 4, and minus 6 minus square bracket 8 into minus 4. Now, both the expression we are going to solve it simultaneously. Solution: minus 6 minus plus 8. Okay. So, first do the operation inside the bracket. So, minus 6, before that minus into plus is minus. So, minus 6 minus 8 into minus 4. Both the signs are equal. So, add it, 6 plus 8, it is 14, biggest number sign is minus, into minus 4. So, both in multiplication, if both the signs are same, then we have to put it as plus. When you multiply 14 into 4, 4 4s are 16, remainder 1, 1 4 is 4, plus 1 5. So, now the answer is plus 56. When you go for the second expression, minus 6 minus 8 into minus 4. Clear? So, minus 6 as it is, minus as it is. So, plus into minus, minus 8 into 4 is 32. Now, go for the product of the signs. So, minus into minus plus, minus 6 plus 32, 32 minus 6, when you subtract it is barrow, it becomes 2 and this becomes 12. When you subtract 12 and 6, we will be getting 6, 2 as it is, because number sign is plus, therefore, the answer is plus 26. When you check the both the side answer, it is plus 56 and this is plus 26. Thus, they are not equal, since plus 56 is not equal to plus 26. Now, we will move on to the fourth one. Fourth question goes in this way: 3 into bracket of minus 4 plus minus 10 and 3 into minus 4 plus 3 into minus 10. Clear? Solution: I am going to solve both the expressions simultaneously. 3 into bracket of minus 4 plus minus 10. Okay, first do the term inside the bracket first. Minus, plus into minus, minus. So, it becomes minus 4 minus 10. Clear? So, minus minus you want to add, 4 plus 10 is 14, the biggest number sign is minus. So, again already we have 3 here, 3 into minus 14, both the signs are different. In multiplication, put the sign as minus. 3 into 14 is 3 4s are 12, remainder 1, 1 3 is 3 plus 1, 42. Okay, 14 into 3. Okay, these are 12, remainder 1, 1 3 is 3 plus 1, 42. So, now we got the answer is minus 42. Here 3 into minus 4, 3 into minus 4 is nothing but minus 12, and 3 into minus 10 is nothing but minus 30. Okay. So, minus 12 plus into minus minus and 30, minus 12 minus 30. So, when you add, since it has both the numbers has same sign, we are going to add it. So, we are getting 42 and the biggest number sign is minus. So, we got minus 42. So, checking with the first and the second expression, both the answers are equal. Thus, they are equal, since minus 42 is equal to minus 42. Clear? Now, 10th question, it is a word problem, very interesting. The question goes in this way: Kalaivani had rupees 5,000 in her bank account on 1st January 2018. She deposited rupees 2,000 in January and withdrew rupees 700 in February. What was Kalaivani's bank balance on 1st April of 2018 if she deposited rupees 1,000 and withdrew rupees 500 in March? Okay. In the question, they are clear that there is a person named Kalaivani. She already has a bank account and in that she has 5,000 rupees in January, okay, at the month of January, and during the January itself she has deposited rupees 2,000 with that 5,000, okay, and again what she did is, for some work, for expenditure, she took withdraw 700 rupees in February. Okay, now the question goes in this way: what would be her bank balance in the month of April 1st if she deposited 1,000 rupees again and withdraw 500 again in March month? Okay, shall we go with the answer? Solution: here balance amount as on 1st January 2018. Okay. So it is rupees 5,000. Clear? Balance after the deposit of rupees 2,000 in January. We have already seen in the previous exercise that deposit is nothing but addition and withdrawal is nothing but the subtraction. Okay. So balance after the deposit of 2,000 in January, already she has rupees 5,000 deposit, plus January she has added 2,000 rupees. So 5,000 plus 2,000 is nothing but 7,000. Now she has 7,000 rupees in her account. Now balance after the withdrawal of rupees 700 in February. Again in February what she is doing is she is withdrawing some amount, that is rupees 700, okay, from her account. So withdrawal is nothing but subtracting. So already now she has the balances rupees 7,000, from that she is taking out rupees 700. So we have to subtract. When you subtract 7,000 from 700 from 7,000, we will be getting 6,300. Clear? Now her balance become rupees 6,300. Clear? Now balance after the deposit of 1,000 in March. Again in March month she is depositing 1,000 rupees. Deposit, you already know it, adding some amount. So already the bank balance is 6,300. Now she is adding 1,000 rupees. Therefore the answer is rupees 7,300. But again in March what she is doing is she is withdrawing some amount which is 500. So balance after the withdrawal of rupees 500 in March, already she has the total as 7,300. From that she is taking 500 rupees. Therefore now the value is 6,800. At last, thus the bank balance of Kalaivani on 1st April 2018 is rupees 6,800. So after all the deposit and withdrawal, now in the bank balance of Kalaivani, the amount which he have is rupees 6,800. Clear? Fine. Yeah, the next question, 11th question, it is also a word problem, quite interesting. The price of an item X increases by rupees 10 every year and an item Y decreases by rupees 15 every year. If in 2018 the price of X is rupees 50 and Y is rupees 90, then which item will be costlier in the year 2020? Clear with the question that there are two items, one is named as X and the other one is named as Y. Actually the price of X is 50 and Y is 90, but every year what happens is the price of X is increasing by 10 rupees and the price of Y is decreasing by 15 rupees. Now they are asking that what will be the item which will be costlier in the year of 2020. They are talking about 2018. So the answer which they expect is in the year of 2020, the difference between 2020 and 2018 is 2 years. Okay, so now we are going to calculate the change between 2 years. Clear? Solution. Price of X in 2018 is rupees 50. We know that already. Increase in price of X every year. Every year it increases rupees 10. Therefore, the price of X in 2020 is equal to, already the rate is rupees 50 plus each year it becomes added with 10. Okay, how many year now we have to calculate? 18 to 90, 19 to 20. So 2 times of 10. So 50 as it is plus 2 into 10 is 20. So 50 plus 20 will gives you 70. At last this implies price of X in 2020 is 70 rupees. At the start of 2018 it is 50. Okay. We are going to find the 2 years changes. Okay. So already we have the total value 50 plus 2 years increased as 10. So 2 times of 10 is nothing but 2 into 10. That is why I have written in the mathematical statement 50 plus 2 into 10. Now we got the answer as plus 70, that is rupees 70. Also now we have to calculate the price of Y. Price of Y in 2018 is rupees 90, but decrease in price of Y every year is rupees 15. Therefore, price of Y in 2020 is equal to, Already the amount is rupees 90. Since it is decreasing, we have to subtract. How many years? 2 years we are calculating. 2 years the decrease is rupees 15. Okay, 90 minus rupees 30 is equal to 90 minus 30, it is 60. This implies price of Y in 2020 is rupees 60. Since price of X in 2020 is greater than price of Y in 2020, that is rupees 70 is greater than rupees 60. This implies that thus the item X is costlier than item Y in 2020. Clear? Now the 12th question, match the statements in column A and column B. Clear? This matching goes with the help of the property of integers which we learnt for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Altogether they have given and asked as a matching. Okay, first question, for any two integers 72 and 108, 72 plus 108 is also an integer. Fine. So nothing but we have to add 72 plus 108. When you add 8 plus 2, it's 10, remainder 1, 7 plus 1, it is 8, okay, 1 as it is. Now the answer is 180, it is again an integer. Therefore, this deals with the closure property, that too the symbol is add, therefore closure under addition is the answer for the first statement. Next, second statement, for any three integers 68, 25 and 95, here goes in this way, 68 into 25 plus 99 is equal to 68 into 25 plus 68 into 99. This 68 is distributed with 25 as well as this 65 is distributed with 99. So, it automatically gives a multiplication and addition. So, distributive property of multiplication over addition is the answer for the second statement. Clear? 0 plus minus 138 is equal to minus 138, because 0 plus into minus minus 138 is again minus 138, which is equal to again minus 138 plus 0 is again minus 138. I have said that if a number is added with 0, if you get the same number, then this 0 is nothing but the identity of the given operation. Therefore, this is addition and 0 is the identity. Therefore, the answer is additive identity. This is the answer for third statement. For any two integers minus 5 and 10, minus 5 into 10 is equal to 10 into minus 5. Both the side when you multiply, we are getting minus 50, and here also we will get minus 50. It means that A into B is equal to B into A, that too here multiplication. Therefore, commutative property under multiplication, this is the answer for the fourth expression. Fifth one, 1 into minus 1098 is equal to minus 1098, which is equal to minus 1098 into 1. Here, when you multiply a number with 1, if you get the same number as the answer, then in multiplication 1 is said to be the identity for the given expression. Therefore, it is nothing but multiplicative identity. This is the answer for the fifth expression. That's it. We have seen exercise 1.6 miscellaneous problems in practice, and I hope you all understand all the questions without any doubt. Clear? Thank you, students. Have a nice day. God bless you.